Namaste. Welcome to channel Bhardosh. This is your Ma ready with the English version of Paramjyothi Mahaan. Ekadashi, the 11th day after Paurnami or Amavasi. You all must be knowing about it. Today I am going to speak on the relevance of the number 11 in the life of one great sadhaka. Spiritual stalwarts like Osho and Jiddu Krishnamurti were born on this date. This number is related to a not so well known spiritual personality whose story I am going to tell you today. For this, I have gone back in time to around 1995 or 96 when my sister was doing her graduation in music from Madurai. On one of my visits there, I met a Sanskrit scholar who was also a Sunday school teacher, Dr. Unnikrishnan Namburi. Once, amidst discussions, he offered to take me to meet a very interesting person. So we started off on cycle, and after riding a long distance, stood in front of a house where a Muslim doctor's nameplate on it. There were many patients waiting in front. Here I met this slightly bald but radiant looking fair person in all white dress. We spoke in fluent English. We had an in-depth discussion on Kundalini Yoga. There was an elaborate chart showing the 5 koshas. Upon hearing our talks, his Muslim friends joined us in the discussions. They were all Kundalini Yoga sadhakas. We had a satsang for about 1.5 hours. That day, I came to know about his guru, Jnana Vallai, Paramjyothi Mahaan. The number 11 I spoke about in the beginning was intimately connected with this great person's life. Jnana Vallai, Paramjyothi Mahaan was born into a Muslim family at Virudhunagar of the Ramanathapuram district of Tamil Nadu on 2nd May 1900. On 11/11/1911, something very important happened in his life. He was traveling on this day when he saw a prince being honored. He wanted to know for what reason the prince was being honored. He was just another human being like all others. He was informed that the position of the prince got him to honor. He then started inquiring about the highest and the most honorable position as a human being. His inner quest has begun. Eventually, he grew up becoming a jewel merchant. By then, his inner quest has intensified. Once he visited Rengo. Then he met a person who became his close friend. This friend gave him Sparsha Disha. Sparsha Disha means touching Disha or initiation by touching on the Ajna Chakra. He was taught Kundalini Yoga and Tantra Vidya. This gradually raised him to the position of Jnana Vallai Paramjyothi Mahaan. This friend was Haribullah Kaveli Sayyid Ibrahim. He was a very advanced sadhaka of Kundalini Yoga. This Diksha Mahanji received at 11 a.m. on 7 January 1938. Mahanji returned to Madurai and gradually moved to Chennai. He had a large number of disciples all over the world. He took his samadhi in full consciousness on 7 January 1981 at 11 a.m. He took his samadhi on the same date and the same time as that of the same time of Diksha. Isn't it this a wonderful happening? This shows how important the number 11 was in Mahanji's life. His most famous disciple was Vedatri Maharshi, whom he had met in Chennai. At the time I met this homeo doctor, Vedatri Maharshi was highly popular. His Sky program, Simplified Kundalini Yoga, was well known at that time. He also had a large number of followers. I will now narrate another incident from Mahanji's life. This happened at the Jagamma temple at Jaladalpatta. Animal sacrifice was a prevalent practice as a religious ritual in this temple. Mahanji opposed this and tried to teach the people. But no one listened. He sat down at the temple premises and started sending strong positive affirmations. Gradually, the minds of the people were changed. They agreed to stop animal sacrifice and sought Mahanji's advice for alternative measures. To this day, Mahanji's Sannidhi is there at the Jagamma temple. All devotees first visit his Sannidhi before entering the temple. This is just one example from a number of amazing incidents in the life of this great sage. I was fortunate to know about this lesser known mystic only because of my meeting with the homeo doctor. Mahanji's disciples are there in Rajamundri in Andhra Pradesh. They are called Balayogis. Chinna Balayogi is a very great sadhaka of Kundalini Yoga. Mahanji's well-known book is Non-Kadavul. Non-Kadavul, that is I am God. There is a very important concept that he has spoken about. Vanangade, Vananga Vekyade, which means do not do pranam to anyone and do not accept pranam to us. This concept can be understood only when we move forward on Dhyana Marga. Till then, doing and accepting pranams is permissible. There are very, very high concepts of Yoga Vidya. It is actually a Yoga Sutra. Mahanji's Samadhi is situated adjacent to the toll gate at Puduvarnarapette. Mahanji is Guru via all saints born in Muslims' families as they led householders' lives. Through Raja Yoga Vidya, they evolved to such heights that all differences of religion and caste vanish for them. All religions have Sanmarga Bodham, that is, the sense to live a life of high ideals. Once one enters the Yoga Sutras, the boundaries of caste or religion are obliterated. Man realizes the ultimate in him, and that is why Mahanji is able to say that he is God, as he was merged in the Almighty. We should be grateful to the Guru Parampara and prostrate before them, as they are the ones who have guided the lives of Mahanji to the highest spiritual realm. With this, we come to the end of this episode. I hope you are enjoying the narratives about the life of these great saints. Thank you. Goodbye.